Well, this has my knickers in a twist. We have a perfectly fine army, but what good is it, sitting around this side of the chasm, twiddling its collective thumbs? It's rather embarrassing, if truth be told. Before we could cross the chasm, before we could confront Molog Grunda, we were stopped by a few irksome focus stones. The wee ginger mage says we need to break the stones, but good luck with that. The wee ginger mage can tell you more about the focus stones. Ginger, you must try my Clanfear haunch-in pickled ginger. Exquisite. Not to brag, but I'm almost as good a cook as I am a warrior.
That strange knight says the oddest things, but Vanus and the king seem to trust him, so what can you do? You must be the champion that King Dinar said would lead us across the chasm. The chasm presents a formidable gauntlet of defenders and fortified installations. The first major obstacle is the portal that provides access to the chasm's upper tier. We have no chance of controlling that portal while the focus stones are active. We spotted Dremora down below. Nasty creatures. From the sophistication of the portals they're using, I expect they can also throw Zivalai, Orgrims, and even Scamps at us. A pack of Scamps can take down a lone warrior surprisingly quickly. We take control of the portal to the upper tier and push forward. We haven't been able to scout the higher region, but Cadwell claims that Molag Bal's daughter, Molag Grunda, commands the gatehouse. She's a winged twilight. Strong, disgusting, and in charge of a small army. This won't be easy. Darian says he's going to charm the wings right off her. And I'm not sure I like what he's insinuating.
If you can destroy the 4 focus stones, then we'll be able to control the portal and hold the first segment of the chasm. Clearly, Molag Bal created the chasm to defend his sanctum. The first tier is a rocky bridge that spans the nothingness below. The second tier, higher up, can only be accessed by a sealed portal. And finally, a fortified gatehouse. Most impressive. Darian has rushed on ahead as usual. I shall proceed with caution and see if I can keep him focused on the task at hand.
Good show! The portal belongs to us now. Sir Darian and that lovely lizard have gone on ahead. I think he might be a bit intimidated by our prowess on the field of battle, and he's trying to compensate. Molag Grunda, a large woman with wings, bit of a temper, guards the gatehouse. I hear that she's the daughter of Molag Bal, if you can believe that. He never struck me as a family man, but who am I to judge? Grunda's a cheeky one, and she knows we're getting close. She's summoning reinforcements faster than Darian can kill them. You'd best get to it.
Denthis, Dethys, you two guard the portal. Tell anyone coming through to push ahead. I'll scout on ahead. We need to know what we're going to face at that gatehouse.
I'll guard the portal and make sure we maintain control of this location. I may have to take on a Daedroth or two single-handedly, but that's to be expected in my line of work. See if you can't cut off the source of those reinforcements, would you?
My brother and I will guard this area. See what you can do about those reinforcement portals.
There are 2 portals being used by the Dremora to transport reinforcements. You have to shut those portals down.
Watch and learn, my friend. Watch and learn. Let me show you how to close a Daedric portal. One Daedric portal closed, as promised. Now that's how to do it with style.
I got the barrier down. Molag Grunda has to know we're coming. The chasm is nearly ours. I'm going to see who needs help back by the portals. Cadwell is up at the gatehouse. The 2 of you can deal with Molag Grunda.
We control the rest of the chasm now, and the troops have matters well in hand. Let's go and have a sit-down with Molag Grunda. She's always good for a laugh and a song.
I can't wait to see Molag Grunda's face when she sees us. She and I go way back, you know. Once we get inside, we cross one little bridge to reach the gatehouse. Follow me.
I've always loved this part of the chasm. It's so majestic. Takes your breath away, doesn't it? On occasion, quite permanently. There's a trick to getting into the gatehouse proper, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. Not to worry, though. I'm sure it will come back to me. Ah, of course, I remember now. There's a flywheel in each of the side antechambers. We need to start them spinning to open the main door. Shall we go and have a proper visit? I'm sure Grunda's prepared something lovely, just for the occasion. What an impressive door. Look at that craftsmanship. Remarkable. Grunda always had good taste, I have to say. See, I knew that would work. A word of advice. Guard your pluckables. Grunda enjoys plucking out eyes, spleens, anything pluckable, really.
Puny, wingless, mortal fools! I'll feast on your flesh after my little pet rips it from your bones! You killed my darling creature! I'll tear out your hearts and serve them to my father on a silver platter!
Well, that was disappointing. Hardly worked up a sweat.
Well done! With Molag Grunda defeated, the entirety of the chasm is now under our control! Gathwin is rounding up the troops. I asked her to keep an eye on Darien as well. He's a terror with the sword, but sometimes I think he takes too many chances. Meet me outside. We have things to discuss, and I find these Daedric halls extremely distasteful.
Come across the chasm, with most fragrant companions by his side. This one grieves for the friends we lost today, however, and for the losses yet to come.
Maybe next time Grunda will serve a proper tea when guests arrive. I mean, social graces are simply beyond some people.
While you were lollygagging, we secured the area. You did well, my friend. Thanks to your efforts, we control the chasm and can freely move troops between the Hollow City and the front lines. Take a moment to collect your thoughts, then come see me again. This gauntlet we must run is far from over. As soon as you're ready, we have another mission that could use your unique approach. Vampires. The region beyond is crawling with them. Worse, anyone we send in there is turned into one of the foul monsters. And do you see the structure that looms on the horizon? I believe that's one of Molag Bal's infamous harvest hearts. I need you to collect blood from the vampires. It's an integral component in the pacification ritual I will perform. Use the blood to mark their lairs. I'll meet you near the heart when you're finished. The first step is to make sure the ritual targets the correct creatures. Marking the vampires' lairs with their own blood will guarantee this. The ritual unleashes a magic that tracks down the blood and targets the creatures connected to it. Then the vampires will become mindless beasts, no longer capable of posing any threat.
Sorry I missed the fight with Molag Grunda. I got distracted by a veritable flood of Dremora. I was up to my ankles in winged twilights and was having a grand old time. What, the chasm? Piece of cake. I'd say that facing a Zivalai and winged twilight on my own was a bit of a challenge, but then I'd be lying. They fell like great trees before a woodcutter's axe. An overdue appointment with Molag Bal himself, I guess. I don't want to sound overly confident, but I feel like I've gotten better since we got here. And I was, as you'll no doubt agree, damned impressive before Cold Harbor. Ah, the vampires. Should be a worthy challenge. Gothrun wants me to take a patrol back through the chasm and let King Dinar know what's been happening. Might even have time to stop for a drink or two in the Hollow City.
Planning to take a stroll in the orchard? The denizens of that place are quite interesting, and by interesting, I mean they'll like as not try to tear your face off. We've a lot of that here in Cold Harbor for some reason.
Why are you subjecting my people to this danger? You don't know what you're doing. Molag Bal is the enemy here, not my children.
Back, foul temptress! I'll hear no more of your lies!
Such a stubborn elf. Perhaps your companion will be more willing to listen to reason.
We can't trust this one. Her pleasing form hides a hideous and powerful monster.
I hope that you'll prove to be more reasonable than your companion. My offer makes perfect sense, considering the alternatives. The ritual the elf plans to perform will drive my children mad. But there's a better solution if you're willing to listen to reason. Molag Bal is the real enemy here. Let me help you free my children from the Dark Lord's thrall. Then we both win. I can perform my own ritual. It will destroy the Harvest Heart and set my children free. Help me accomplish this, and my children will be in your debt. They will provide you with safe passage through the orchard and aid you against Molag Bal. The time has come to perform the ritual and destroy the Harvest Heart. My children yearn to be free. The black blood flowing from the Harvest Heart binds my children to Molag Bal, but it also gives us a connection we can take advantage of. While I provide the power to destroy the Harvest Heart, you must sever the connection to Molag Bal. Find the Lord of Schemes binding totems and destroy them. They are spaced evenly around the Harvest Heart. As each totem breaks, my children will be separated from Molag Bal, and the energy protecting the Harvest Heart will falter.
The Harvest Heart is destroyed!
The Harvest Heart has been destroyed. My children are no longer slaves to Molag Bal. Thanks to your efforts, my children are free. They won't give you any more trouble. And, as I promised, my children will aid you when you need it most.
Just the person I was looking for. King Dainar is rallying our forces near the Reaver Citadel. He's waiting for you and a few of the others to meet up with him. They're gathering on the land bridge just to the north. I'm gonna head in that direction as soon as we're done here. It's Molag Bal's last line of defense before we reach his inner sanctum, and it's certainly his most powerful. The Dremora station there have turned it into a heavily fortified city.
Mortals are always so amusing. I offer information, aid for your quest, and you shun me.
You expect us to trust a creature of the plains? Ridiculous!
A mare as arrogant as a kin. How delightful. I do so love watching egotistical braggarts stumble. I may allow you to reconsider and accept my offer. Of course, I may not. I haven't decided yet.
You there! Find out where that creature is lurking. I want her watched.
Here comes the champion, just in time, as always. We have come so far. But we have leagues to go before this business is concluded. We must push forward. We must find a way through the walls of the fortified city that looms ahead of us. A Dremora army guards the walls of the Citadel, but there are those among us who recognize the city, who knew it well before it was pulled from Nirn. We can use the guild halls inside to launch a surprise attack, provided someone prepares the way. Find a way inside and locate the Fighters Guild. Wards protect the hall, making it impossible for anyone to get in or out of the building. We know a secret tunnel that leads into the hall, but we'll be trapped inside until the wards are deactivated. Then the fighters can emerge from the hall and surprise the Dremora. The female Dremora offered to help us, but Galerion sent her away. If you run into her, see what she has to say. We could use whatever help is offered, no matter its source. Just be on your guard. A Dremora would never offer help without some sort of string attached. Imagine a fortress full of Dremora. We'll have a jolly good time storming these walls. I wonder if we shouldn't have dismissed the Dremora lass so quickly, though. When they go out of their way to talk, I find it's usually a good idea to listen.
Oh, you saw that exchange, did you? Why does every extraplanar creature I meet want to talk with me? Am I wearing a welcome sign around my neck? Do I look like I carry Dremora snacks in my pockets? Where is the respect for my rank and my station? She may have been sent to provide false information, to lead us blindly into an ambush, or worse. No, we shall not deal with Dremora, especially in this place. I ordered one of the fighters to keep an eye on that one.
That pompous mage told me to keep an eye on her, and that's just what I'm doing. But I have the distinct feeling that I amuse her. I'm not sure how I feel about that. We left the province of Usual a long time ago, but that Dremor's got something planned, that's for sure. If I had to guess, I'd say it has something to do with vengeance. In my experience, it always has something to do with vengeance.
Ah, little mortal. While it might be entertaining to watch you bumble about the Citadel, I would much rather just see you get about your business. I'm sure that whatever you have planned will ultimately work in my favor. You seek a way into the Citadel, one that won't attract any undue notice. As it happens, I know just the thing. If you follow the east wall, you'll find a breach that leads inside. I offer information, nothing more. The warded building you seek is near the main gate. The kin will try to stop you. If they don't succeed, we will speak again.
I'll let the others know that you've got a way in.
And so, the little mortal, once more into the breach. I believe the Aliad King wants you to find a hidden key. Hurry. I think your friends have already made it into the sealed hall. How amusing. The little mortal suspects a trap. You are wise to fear the duplicity of Dremora, but I assure you that you are safe enough. Illusions hide this area from the kin. Just a little trick I recently picked up. The kin that guard this citadel will try to kill you. It's generally what we do. The old hall you seek is near the main gate. If I were you, and most thankfully I am not, I would make my way there post-haste. Technically I am helping you, not them. But this constant desire to know the why of things grows tiresome. I don't want to confuse you. Just know that I have a debt to settle. As long as helping you advances my goal, I will continue to do so. The look on your face. How precious. You are dismayed. Why should this truth upset you? You benefit from my assistance, just as I benefit from yours. Patience, little mortal, you shall see. Now off with you. Nothing will come of us standing here.
My old chum, my bosom companion, my comrade in arms. How long has it been? I missed you terribly. By the way, what took you so long? The king is upstairs. He wants to speak to you. I'm preparing myself to dazzle the enemy. I'll cut them to ribbons, I promise you. Just need a moment to buff the old breastplate. The enemy expects a certain amount of resplendence from a hero, and I shall not disappoint.
I knew you'd be able to deactivate the wards. The Fighters Guild troops have already begun our two-pronged attack. The fighters will draw the attention of the Dremora while you go to the upper city. For the mages to utilize their guild hall's portal, you need to get it working. Find the 4 portal stones and activate them. Then the mages can join the fray.
I'm impressed, little mortal. Hardly a scratch on you. The fighters surprised the kin and might even win the day. Bravo. But once you control the Citadel, what then? How will you get past the labyrinth without the proper key? Ill-informed, impulsive mortals. Did you think you could just stroll up to the portal you seek? The Volcanos guards a key to the maze beneath Molag Bal's stronghold. You must pass through this labyrinth, and to do that, you need the key. Finish your original quest first. Help your magus. Banish these kin to the darkness that spawned them. It is no less than they deserve. Then meet me at the pyramid. Only I can help you acquire the labyrinth key.
Once the mages get inside the upper city, the Dremora will be surrounded.
You did it again, my fearless friend! Well done! With the Dremora caught between my powerful mages and King Dinar's relentless fighters, they won't know which way to turn. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild will complete the conquest of the Citadel, but we need someone to storm the Pyramid stronghold and deal with the leader of this installation, Volcanaz Ceres. That someone, my friend, is you. Your common vernacular aside, that is indeed the critical task. Vulcanaz Ceres has a key to the labyrinth. Eliminating the Vulcanaz and obtaining that key are critical components to our success here.
Exciting, eh? Beasties with wings and angry Vulcanaz. You even managed to befriend a Dremora. Clever, that. I made friends with a Dremora once. We had some grand adventures, right until she tried to cut out my lungs. Oh, those were good times. Well, not just fun and games. There's excitement and bloodshed, too. Your Dremora lady friend says she can open the door to the pyramid, but she requires Daedric blood or some such. I'm afraid I'm fresh out of it.
Only those of Daedric blood may enter the pyramid, little mortal.
I told you that you'd need my help. A Daedric ritual locks this door, and only a willing offering of kin blood will open it. I am your key to Vulcanaz Ceres. You are my key to vengeance. If the Vulcanaz is banished by my hand, I will lose honor and standing. If you kill him, however, I remain true to my word. And Ceres abides in the darkness with my lost clan until Cold Harbor allows him to return. The way is open. Destroy Ceres, painfully. He deserves whatever horrors you decide to inflict upon him.
Mortal fools, duped by an outcast kin. I will take great pleasure in ending your lives.
My lost clan awaits Ceres in the darkness. Even though the blade that banished him was not in my hand, his end was my doing. You have been a most useful weapon, little mortal. Take the labyrinth key, with my thanks. Even by kin reckoning, I have waited a long time to send Ceres into the darkness. Allow me to savor this moment, little mortal. Let me guess. You're worried now that I will order my kin to destroy you. I assure you, a change in leadership can be a time of confusion. No harm will come to you or yours, for now. Kin do not die. Ceres has been banished to the darkness. Long ago, our clans were locked in war. Ceres, through treachery, banished my clan. Everyone but me. I accepted a blood oath to remain free, promising that my hand would never harm him. I remained true to my oath. I helped you enter the pyramid. Nothing more. Indeed, the ignominy of a mortal sending Ceres to the darkness was most gratifying. My goal was revenge. I have no interest in your squabbles. Understand, little mortal, a kin's desire to spill mortal blood never ebbs, even if we don't always act upon it. I am what I am. If we meet again, I will smile as I take your life. The labyrinth key is in the chest, little mortal. Take it and be about your business while I'm still inclined to be friendly.
I am proud of the guild and what we have accomplished thus far, but it isn't over yet. I hope we can continue this unprecedented cooperation a while longer, for I fear our greatest challenge is yet to come.
These louts better be ready for the battle of their miserable lives, because they haven't seen anything yet.
Every muscle must be properly stretched before we rush into battle. Wouldn't want to get a cramp when we make our heroic charge into Death's chomping maw, would we?
When I left the forest, I thought I was going to be alone in a new world. But everyone here, it feels like I'm with family again. You're all stuck with me now. I'm not leaving until we finish this.
Thanos wants me to round up this interesting bunch and lead them into battle. This should be... challenging? Yes, that's a word. I understand you're going in ahead of us. Be careful in there, and leave a few Daedra for us to deal with.
You've a worthy opponent in the Orchard. I'm almost disappointed that we must now fight alongside instead of against each other. Still, the Crimson Matron has sent me to honor your agreement, and I shall not fail you.
I never expected to be standing in Cold Harbor, helping command a force of elite mages. It's every little girl's dream come true. I'm just glad you're here. We never would have gotten this far without you.
It all comes down to this, my friend. The final fanfare. The last hurrah. I don't know the meaning of the word fear, literally. I don't. But damn if the prospect of entering that gate doesn't twist my guts into knots.
I've seen more than my fair share of years. Many more. But in all that time, I've never contemplated something as foolhardy as this. We're about to face a Daedric prince for the fate of our world, and I couldn't be more proud of all of you.
I hope you brought the key. We're ready to make the final push, but we're finished if we can't get inside. This is our last chance to save our world. It's all or nothing now. Our forces have gathered and are ready to move. We need to find the planar vortex and end the plane meld once and for all. We sent in a small force to cause a distraction. They probably won't survive, but they should keep the enemy busy while we get the rest of our troops inside. We need to make sure their sacrifice isn't in vain. We want you to get in there and open the labyrinth before we send in the entire force and reveal our numbers. Hanan and Gabrielle can brief you on the battle plans for the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild strike teams that will follow after you.
The Mages Guild stands ready to do our part for this effort. I just wish I had as much confidence as Vanus Galerion. We're facing some overwhelming odds here, you know. Molag Bal is using tactics similar to what we faced in the Chasm. He set up a portal to move his troops around quickly. As you head in to open the labyrinth, we need you to close that portal. King Dinar insists that the initial strike be fast and precise. He doesn't want the entire army getting in your way or causing Molag Bal to respond in kind. You've proven yourself time and time again. We have faith that you can do this.
The Fighters Guild is ready. We're prepared to follow you into the very heart of Molag Bal's lair. We shall not fail you.
You ever get the feeling you were meant to do something important? Me neither. But this could come close to that. We stopped the plane meld and saved the people of Tamriel? Who wouldn't want to be remembered for doing that? I've dreamed of this moment. Seriously, I always knew I'd end up fighting to save the world in Cold Harbor. I mean, you were a beautiful warrior with flowing red hair and an ample... Well, no offense. But otherwise, this is just like my dream. My lady, I'll fight by your side and follow you to the end of the world. And I mean that quite literally. Now go tell the old man we're ready. And just so you know, I really did dream about this moment.
Have you selected a companion to accompany you? If you need more time to speak with your friends, please take it. This might be the last chance you get. When you're ready, I'll give you final instructions and we can begin our final assault. Very well. Come with me and I'll explain the exact details of your mission. Our forces are gathered, and the time has come to strike fast and strike hard. Time is not on our side. So we must make every moment count. Troops are already inside, fighting and holding ground, causing a distraction so that you can deal with Molag Bal's ability to call reinforcements. Darian the Brave joins you on your first assault. Allow his courage to be your beacon in the darkness. Close the reinforcement portal. That is your first priority. Gabrielle and her forces will join you then for the push to the labyrinth. Once the labyrinth is opened, you must make your way through Molag Bal's personal sanctum and find the portal to the planar vortex. That is your ultimate objective. If we are to end the plane meld, we must disrupt the planar vortex and cease its destructive storm. Take your brave companion and venture forth. Close the reinforcement portal so that our forces can wage war on the Daedric Prince. Then open the labyrinth and lead us to the planar vortex. Our destiny is in your hands.
That portal up there is our final destination? Doesn't seem too far. There is an entire army of Daedra between here and there, but it's not too far at all. This all seems familiar. I don't like it. I should know what a Daedric prince's lair looks like. How can I recognize this place? But don't worry, I'm not going to turn into an Atronach or anything. I don't think. Well, isn't that nice? Molag Bal, the grateful prince that he is, has sent out a welcoming committee. Why do the mission objectives always have such large and powerful guardians? What are you waiting for? Kill that horrible creature already! Go on, close that portal. The honor's all yours. I'll make sure nothing sneaks up on us in the meantime. Well done, my friend. We make an excellent team, if I do say so myself. Well, I won't say that wasn't at least a little entertaining, but we're not finished yet. Time to enter the labyrinth, old friend.
As soon as I sensed that you sealed Molag Bal's portal, I figured it was safe enough to follow you. Gabrielle has assembled a team of mages and scholars to aid you inside the labyrinth, as we need all of the fighters for the main assault. Now that we don't have to worry about overwhelming hordes of reinforcements, we're sending in the main assault force. While they keep Molag Bal's minions busy, you need to navigate the labyrinth and find the portal to the plein air vortex. You'll know the source of our world's destruction when you see it. Just find a way through the labyrinth, and try not to let the deadly traps and horrible monsters kill you. Now go, and good luck. Gabrielle and her mages will accompany you inside. Don't lose hope, my friend. We're depending on you!
This room is so big. I never expected the prince to be much of a reader. But all these books, imagine the wealth of knowledge they contain. I could spend years in here. If we didn't have more important matters to deal with, I mean. We can't get out of this room. The door on the other side won't budge, and we haven't been able to figure out the mechanism yet. Search around the room, I guess. Who knows, you might find something useful among the dark tomes and old fables about lusty Argonians. But I've never seen a mechanism like this before. It's rather fascinating.
I recognize these devices. I've researched them, even written reports about them. Never saw one in person, though. I have a notion. It involves the large metal tubes on the walls. According to my research, they resemble a Daedric device that requires a source of power to operate. But as you can plainly see, no power flows through them at the moment. Do you see the small openings near each of the tubes? If we can figure out how to move these icy flames over to them, that should provide the power to open the door.
Do you think Molag Bal actually reads this stuff? Sorry. Trying to help my brother find something useful here, but look at all these books. I always wondered what a Daedric prince read at bedtime. Some of this stuff is pretty disturbing.
Listen to this, Kirith. Reach out and touch a brazier to draw forth the fire and launch it in the direction of your choosing. This book, I think it references this device. If I'm reading this correctly, and of course I'm reading this correctly, then these flames can be used to power the mechanism that opens the gates. Frankly, the workmanship is stunning. I'm jealous. Simply touch the Daedric fire. For a short time, the power of the flame will transfer to you, much like any conjuration spell. It can then be launched in any direction. Get as close as you can and throw the fire into the 4 open tubes.
And another job performed to perfection by our champion. Well done. Now, hurry through the open door and find the planar vortex. The end of the world isn't going to wait for you, you know.
Come on, we're almost there.
Look at this. I'm actually sweating. I can't remember the last time I performed this much physical exertion. This better be worth it. Usually Kirith deals with these things while I deal with the research and the planning.
I hate to say it, but this place is starting to get a bit overwhelming. No, I'm just kidding. This has been exciting so far. I'm having a great time.
There's no time to rest. We have to keep moving. I'll make sure our flank is protected while you clear the way ahead. A one-way door. Looks like we can only go forward from here. I hope the others are all right. I can't imagine we have too much farther to go, We just need to cross this region, and we'll find the planar vortex in no time. Stick close to me. There's probably something waiting in here that wants to kill us. I need to get this door open. Hold them off while I work on this. The door's open. Let's go!
I knew I'd find them here. Interesting. I'd never been to this area before, but it's breathtaking.
Cadwell, your mastery of portals does you proud!
That was a close call. Thanks for helping me in there. I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to dislike Daedric death traps.
It took a bit of work, but I was able to track you down. Just one of my many gifts, if you must know.
Cadwell takes some getting used to, I must admit. But he really is an amazing fellow. Wait a moment. What happened? Where's the rest of your team? Well, the others will have to fend for themselves for the time being. I'll send Cadwell to find them shortly. Things are looking grim outside, by the way. We've lost many fine men and women already, and the battle is far from over. Even without his portal, Molag Bal has the ability to throw an unlimited number of forces at us. We're holding our own, but just barely. Winning isn't our goal, though. We just need to survive long enough for someone to reach the planar vortex. Hanan was caught by surprise and wiped out, along with a large number of Fighters Guild soldiers. King Dinar's group was also ambushed, but he managed to fight his way out of it. Many were wounded, though. Time is running out. The portal that leads to the planar vortex is just around the bend. Molag Bal won't simply let you walk up to it, though. He's going to do everything he can to stop you. I'll provide what help I can, and as usual, it will be considerable. Now go!
I decided you could use my help after all, and Ziknith sends her regards.
I have waited a very long time for this moment. You have done well, my child. You have performed better than I expected. Even in the face of unrelenting danger and the worst horrors Oblivion has to offer. I am impressed. Like you, I have come to finish this. Thanks to the efforts of your army, you have gotten this far without drawing the gaze of Molag Bal. I use a similar distraction to travel through this disagreeable realm unmolested. There is more to do if you wish to save your world. To halt the plane meld, you must enter the eye of the storm. The planar vortex can only be disrupted from the inside. I have been with you every step of the way. I provided a safe haven in Cold Harbor. I gave you knowledge of the lights of Meridia. I needed a surrogate to act in my stead. I dared not risk exposing my true nature to the Dark Prince. Of course I used you. But you knew what was at stake from the beginning and did what was necessary to save your world. Every choice you made was your own. As it happens, your choices suited my own ends. The life of one insignificant mortal to save an entire world? It is a small sacrifice. If you succeed, the brilliance of the unleashed light will consume the vortex and sever the plane meld. Nirn will be saved. You must enter the planar vortex, the interstices of space and time where Nirn and Cold Harbor churn and meld. Destroy the dark anchors within. Unleash the power of a light of Meridia at the focal point of the plane meld and disrupt the vortex. You cannot hope to succeed without the support of your allies. I will summon those who still live and draw them into the vortex with us. Molag
Bal's dark anchors form a vortex that sucks Nirn into his dark realm. We must break these vile chains. My power is greater in this between place. The Dark Prince will need stronger chains than that to stop me. Come, we have things to discuss. You seem surprised, mortal. Did you not suspect my true identity? I did not pretend, mortal. I am the groundskeeper. I merely hid the fact that I am also a Daedric prince. My plans have been long in the making. Had I revealed myself too soon, I could have jeopardized everything. Do not presume to question my motives. Suffice it to say, I required mortal assistance to destroy the vortex and halt the plane meld. Reality is a game, mortal. Learn to play, or resign yourself to becoming one of the pieces that is meant to be sacrificed. Your allies have arrived. Speak to them before we continue.
I thought for sure we were done with all this. I followed the others through the portal, and now look what I've gotten involved with. This looks like the end of the world. I may not be a mighty warrior or a powerful mage, but I am a genius and a master tinkerer. I know I can help, and my sister Kirith as well. Perhaps we can stay right here and guard our flank. Yes, I think that's what we'll do.
Did I hear that right? We're going to blow the vortex apart. Great. But how do we get out of here once the light explodes? Please tell me you have an idea. People died so we could get this far. I owe them to see this through. My brother and I will stand with you. We'll make sure no one follows us through that gate. I have to help. No matter what.
I've spent my life hiding in a dark forest. I've never seen the sky over Valenwood, or felt real rainwater on my skin. Molag Bal lied to us, and I'll never forgive him for that. I'm proud to be a part of all this. You gave me hope. For that, I'll fight at your side till this ends, one way or another. It's better to die fighting for what you believe in, than to die fat and content. I read that in a book. It wasn't a good book, but the phrase stuck with me.
Most people dream of lusty Argonians or delectable dishes, but not old Darien. Oh no, I dream about planar vortexes and blinding lights of Meridia. How is that possible? And why do I keep asking questions that no one can answer? I'm alive, which is more than I can say for a lot of the soldiers out there. I keep thinking that if I would have stayed back, I could have changed things. I know how war works, though. Someone, somewhere is always going to die. I've been dreaming about this place since I was a young boy. With a blinding light, brighter than any I've ever seen. Then I'm in a room where everything's illuminated, as if the world itself is made of light. I'm alone. And then I wake up. It's always the same. Seeing it live and in person, that's a bit unnerving. Why couldn't this be that other dream I regularly have? And after everything I've seen, the werewolves of Camlorn, the dungeons of Angoth, the towering spire of the Doomcrag, and now this, I feel like I've seen it all. I can honestly say it's been an honor to fight at your side. So when this is all said and done, maybe we can grab a drink. Or maybe you'll need a neck massage. The beautiful hero of Cold Harbor could use a break, I'd imagine. All those tense muscles. No, don't answer right now. You'll ruin the moment. Now let's go cause some havoc for the Prince of Schemes. This will be our finest moment.
I imagined that this was going to be a grand adventure, but I never pictured the horror of all this. So many of our friends and companions have died, and this damn vortex still threatens our world. I think it's time we shut it down. Permanently.
Meridia and Molag Bal have always hated each other with a fiery passion, but that hatred has cost so many of our lives. I have a notion to show them both why Vanis Galarian's power should be feared. I don't believe in luck or fortune. We'll win this day with blood and magic, or we'll die trying. I won't lie to you, I doubt we can win this fight, but that doesn't mean we won't try. We're united and that makes us strong. That's what's important here. These men and women follow you. They face death itself to fight at your side. They will stand with you until the end. Don't disappoint them.
I thought the battle behind us was dreadful, but this place, it boggles the mind. Still, we've made it this far. Victory is within our grasp, especially now that the Radiant Lady stands with us. I've seen the rise and fall of my people. Yet I stand before you, the last of my kind. I am the last Iliad. But I am proud to call you my friend.
I always wanted to see a planar vortex up close and personal. Isn't that sky spectacular? Wait, what are we doing here again? Of course! Our epic quest. It must have slipped my mind. I've been on so many of these adventures, you know. After a while, they tend to blend together, kind of like these two realms are doing. Oh, sorry, old chap. That's a bad thing, right? Yes, I knew that. Terrible getting your dismal world into the wondrous vistas of Cold Harbor, like dipping bread in honey. Frightfully repulsive. Still, I believe this might just be my best quest yet.
The Lord of Brutality uses dark anchors to bind this vortex. We must destroy all three before the power of Meridia's light is unleashed. Otherwise, the resulting backlash could destroy Nirn as surely as the plane meld would. Meridia's light must be unleashed at the focal point of the vortex. We will need to locate that focal point. The chains bind both planes. We cannot use the light until those chains are destroyed. Go quickly.
Let me see what components I have left. I should be able to cobble something together to slow a giant monster down.
We have to hurry. Molag Bal knows we're here.
I grow weary of your games, Meridia.
Go, warriors of light. These dark chains must be broken.
You cannot stop me, Meridia. This realm will be mine.
We're running out of time. I'll make sure these anchors are destroyed. You have to keep moving. Place the light and disrupt this vortex.
I'm sticking with her, my friend. Gabrielle and me, we've been through a lot. I'm not going to leave her alone.
Darian.
No one else dies today. That's an order. Come on, let's go set the light in place.
The light approaches. It brightens the shadows. It attempts to break the darkness.
But the darkness is strong. Our Father, our God, He is the darkness. We shall repel the light's approaches. He will consume the light. He will tear it apart. He will destroy it. He will
Our
destroy
Father
you.
has spoken. He wishes us to challenge you, and you alone.
You believe that light can destroy my plane meld? Your prince thinks I would allow this? She is more foolish than I thought.
I live to serve. It will be my pleasure to destroy this one, my lord.
Oh, how sad. You were drafted into a war you could never win. My counsel shall destroy you. I shall enjoy watching a hero die. Most curious. This light powers you somehow. Meridia, where are you hiding?
Merely fetching those who would stand against you.
I'm tired of this game. Now you shall die.
Quickly, get behind my shield.
Did you think it would be that easy? My minions will tear you apart!
Gabrielle! Focus all your energy into this! We can't let up!
I'm
doing my best!
You deal with the crystal. We'll take care of our new guests. These are some ugly bastards! Is this the best Molag Bal can throw at us? I'm hardly working up a sweat!
This may well be our last battle. Let's make them remember it.
You must hurry! My shield can't withstand much more.
There!
I can feel it, Vanus. We can beat this. We can. Darian, behind you!
Have no fear, beautiful Gabrielle. I have this under control.
This may well be our last battle. Let's make them remember it. We can't hold them back much longer.
The light is ready. Quickly, release it.
No! You cannot do this. I cannot fail.
Darian! Get back here! Darian!
The planar vortex is destroyed. Molag Bal's plane meld is at an end. I designed this place to be familiar and calming to you. It is a small pocket of oblivion, under my protection. No harm will come to you here. You are mortal. You began to die the moment you were born. You are not fully dead. Not yet. Your song has only just begun, and many verses still lay before you. Do you not see how singular you are? How remarkable? You entered the realm of a Daedric prince, gathered an army strong enough to fight his legions, and saved your mortal world. You are a valuable asset, mortal. You will be of great use to us. For the nonce, we require nothing. But the Dark Princes have taken notice of you, and they have plans, and plans within plans. Prepare yourself, and be ready when Oblivion calls. Those present when you shattered the light were under my protection. They gather in the room beneath us, saying their farewells. The Ayleid King suffered grievous wounds. He is near death, but he has not passed yet.
My time has finally come, it seems. I have lived far longer than any of my people. Finally, I will be able to join them once more. Meridia's shield protected the others. Darian and I were outside the shield, dealing with Molag Bal's damn portals. I watched as light filled your body. You were a beacon, and the last thing I will ever see. Darkness fills my eyes. As the light erupted around me, someone pushed me closer to Meridia's shield. It was too late to save me, but it did bring me here. My fate doesn't matter. I'm gladdened by the thought that Nirn is safe. I shall rest well, knowing my final day, the final day of the Ayleid people, was spent saving Nirn from the clutches of Molag Bal. And I want you to have this. A gift from my people to the hero of Nirn. To honor you and those who fell beside me in this great battle. Thank you. May the spirits guide me on my way.
We will honor the Ayleid King for his sacrifice this day. We will honor everyone's sacrifice this day. When you touched the light, you erupted in holy flame. We thought we had lost you, truth be told. I've never seen destruction like that before. Even Molag Bal reeled in pain from its touch. Anyone not in the vortex should have been protected from the blast. But I have no way to know if they survived the actual assault. Anyone inside besides us? I can only imagine the light took them quickly. Let's leave this place once and for all. May the companions we lost along the way find their own way home.
How many did we lose today? I can't even count. I fear going back home, seeing who survived and who didn't. It's all just so overwhelming. Darian, he wasn't here when we arrived. I didn't see him. When the light erupted, Vanis, Dinar, and I appeared here. No one else. Just us. I think Darian's gone. The king. So many injuries. So many deaths.
The hour has arrived, Vestige. The final confrontation with the god of schemes is at hand. The 5 companions gather at the harborage. Meet us there.
Lord Varen is waiting for you. It's time.
When Lord Varen revealed his true identity, he felt betrayed, and rightly so. In the Book of Circles, it is written that when you forgive, you set a prisoner free, and quickly discover that the prisoner was you. Consider that, Vestige.
We'll never be ready, so I suppose that means we're as ready as we'll ever be.
Your deeds have been nothing short of legendary. With the plane meld at an end, Tamriel may yet endure. Now the time has come to confront Molag Bal and reclaim your soul. You must lead the 5 companions into this final battle. We are all of us prepared to sacrifice our lives to see this through to the end. Our plan is to use the Amulet of Kings to invest you with the power to do battle with the Daedric Prince. No doubt the god of schemes has rallied his most powerful servants to his side, but his arrogance has already proven to be his undoing. He may not even consider you a threat. We shall endeavor to prove him utterly, catastrophically wrong.
I'll never get used to this place. Come here, Vestige. I'd like a word before we skip off merrily to our doom. The time is at hand. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop questioning your resolve. Just stand up and do it. You're ready. This is it. The beginning of the blasted end. There's no point in pretending this isn't happening, or saying we're not ready. This challenge will not wait. Can you do what is necessary, no matter the cost? No matter how much it grieves you? There is always a choice, but you don't get to choose what is true. You only get to choose what you will do about it. Do you need a reminder about what lies ahead? We are approaching the fortress of Molag Bal, perhaps the most dangerous place in all of Oblivion. Together we 5 are mighty, even I will admit that. But I cannot invoke the ritual until we are in the presence of the Dark Prince himself. In exchange for this investiture of power, one of your companions will need to be sacrificed. It will be for you to decide which when the time comes. The infusion of power will not last for long. That's why we need to get close. I've no idea what will happen to you. Apotheosis? Disintegration? Too many unknowns and not enough information. But if you defeat Molag Bal and survive, your soul and the soul of every other surviving vestige should be restored.
No matter how this ends, I'm proud of how far we've come and what we've accomplished.
I highly doubt that the god of schemes is engaged in banal conversation right now. Perhaps we should follow his example?
Here we are, Vestige, in the belly of the beast, and each of us carries within us an oblivion of his own making.
Courage, my friend. That is the most important of all virtues. Courage is not a lack of fear. Rather, it is the realization that there are things more important than fear.
This place is alive with pain and suffering. This must be where Molag Bal torments those who displease him.
Look there. Is that Manamako?
You come to gloat at my torment? Or is your appearance here a part of it? I am neither alive nor dead. I am trapped in a gouge of ash and bile and swirling vapors. My ears are filled with the screams of 1,000 nails being drawn, and the pain is endless. I am his plaything, and an abject lesson to others who would thwart him. My plan was flawless. My machinations were executed to perfection. I would have been a god if not for you. My only consolation is that you will know this pain soon enough. Arrogant, presumptuous, egotistical twaddle. That bit of costume jewelry is nothing compared to the Master's power. I expect I'll be seeing you soon. My only joy for the rest of eternity will be hearing your tortured screams.
Manamako. He was a backstabbing hypocrite with delusions of godhood. The fool got precisely what he deserved.
You actually released me? Naive fool. Future generations will pay for your weakness.
Are you insane? That worm didn't deserve your mercy.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to regret this?
Molag Bal is here. I can feel his presence, sense his foul breath upon the wind. There. That place should serve us well. Let us assemble and prepare the ritual.
What do you suppose this place was?
A temple of some kind. The Dark Anchors may have pulled it into Cold Harbor. Or perhaps it was created by the Daedra to mock the Divines.
What does it matter? We can't wait any longer. We must perform the ritual. Vestige, it is time for you to make your decision. Yes, this will be close enough, I think. Are you prepared? No one is more surprised than I. They are willing to sacrifice themselves to save the world, yet they will never hear a single word of thanks. A funny thing for a selfish man to say, isn't it? I'd better be careful not to learn anything from this. Speak to them. Let their own words convince you. But once the choice is made, there is no turning back. The harvest of a fresh soul will no doubt bring Molag Bal's attention upon us. You must take that opportunity to strike him down. You need an infusion of divine power to even consider challenging a Daedric prince. The Amulet of Kings can give you that power, but at the cost of a life. Don't dawdle. The Daedra could be on us at any moment.
I see that look in your eye, Vestige. And I wonder, am I to be the one? Know that I would consider it a great honor. It would be a fine death. When you live each day as if it were your last, as I have, eventually you will be right. I was born to die a hero's death. I have always known this, and I have always been prepared for it. I once swore to protect my Emperor, and failed. I cannot allow him to sacrifice his life in my place, nor can I ask this of Lyris, my snow lily. She is more important to me than she will ever know. Please, give me this honor.
We've had some crazy adventures, haven't we? But adventures are what you call them when everybody comes back alive, so... maybe they've come to an end. I don't regret any of it, though. Not for a moment. My father once told me that the most important thing anyone can know is what they would die for. I know that now. I feel like I've already lived a dozen lifetimes. I'm so tired. And I look forward to seeing my parents again in Sovngarde. If my death has meaning, then so will my life. It would be my great honor if you would choose me.
Remember, Vestige. We fight for our people. We fight for Tamriel. Evil might be kept at bay for a time, but it can never be completely eradicated. What is important is that we resist it, that we fight on and keep fighting. The scrolls can see many things, even possible futures, but they are not infallible, and they will not make this choice for you. You cannot cross the sea simply by standing and considering the water. Be strong, Vestige, and act. There is no such thing as a safe choice. There are only other choices. Oblivion did not make me a monster. It just confirmed my own worst fears about myself. It would be fitting and honorable if you were to choose me. It would be a fine death.
Position yourself over there, Vestige, and brace yourself.
We'll never forget you, sire. Or your sacrifice.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, forgive me for my hubris. Grant your divine power to the Vestige, and restore your protection to Tamriel, that my sacrifice might not be in vain.
History may not remember your sacrifice, but those present here will never forget it. Divines of Tamriel, with this vessel of your power, the Amulet of Kings, I call upon your strength. Let this noble sacrifice be a testament to our desire to set things right and restore balance to the Mundus. Your champion stands ready. Accept this offering and imbue this Vestige with your glory. Let the will of Molag Bal be denied. Vestige, now is the time. You must ascend the path and face the Daedric Prince. You must face the God of Schemes alone. I will get the others to safety. Go!
Don't stop now. We'll take care of things here.
Are you insane? Don't stop to chat with me. Get up there.
No time for words now. Get moving.
Your continued meddling has reached an end, hero of Tamriel. What is this foolishness? Has your tiny mortal mind snapped? Do you really think you can defeat me? The dark machinations of Oblivion are far more complex than anything your mortal senses can comprehend. Your anguish will be legendary, even in Oblivion. Still you fight on? Do you care nothing for your own existence? I am God of Oblivion. You are less than nothing. Your pathetic Aedric trinket can't defeat me. I am Molag Bal, Lord of Domination. What is this, infant? Do you think your toy can slay a god? Tamriel is ripe. Your mind is naked to me. I can taste your fear. You are fertile ground for the seeds of eternal torment. I am the face of pain. The souls of the damned are my weapons. You will know eons of suffering.
Come forward, Vestige. You are safe for now. Something precious to you has been riven from Stonefire's being. I have brought it here for you to reclaim.
I congratulate you, little insect. Your sting is formidable. You have bested me and released 1,000 times 1,000 souls back into the Mundus. For the moment, your world is spared, but my grand scheme has only begun to unfold. Excellent. Your power shall prove useful in the coming conflicts. You've made a great and terrible enemy this day. Your world would have been better off if the plane meld had succeeded, had you bowed before me and accepted eternal servitude. I would have protected you. There are worse masters than I, far worse.
You are but a phantom here in my domain, Stonefire. The mortal prophecies of the scrolls have been fulfilled. Leave this place and return to your pit.
You have a powerful ally. Did you know that she would bring you here? What future role has she to play in this grand cosmic farce, I wonder? Yeah. Your meddling has already cost me too much. A cursed creature of light and flame. This farce no longer amuses me.
Your soul is restored. I can see its light within you. And you have saved your world from a great calamity. But know this, mortal. The forces of Oblivion are legion. And the God of Schemes is but a single player in a complex battle for supremacy. You have wounded him gravely. It will be some time before his power is restored. As your enemy fell, the one you call Abner Tharn took Chim El Adabal and fled. He returns to the land from whence he came, the place you call Citadel. The amulet's power has been expended for a generation or more. The Imperial will not be able to use it, nor will he profit from it, though he will spend many frustrated years in the attempt. The tear in the veil between Oblivion and Nirn has been repaired. Your world is safe for now.
The Prophet.
Gone forever. But their memory remains. I can see the light burning brightly behind your eyes. Your friend is a part of you now, just as the strength of the Divines burns like a flame within your renewed soul. Your story has only begun. Molag Bal still has plans for you. In many ways, these events played out to his advantage. And you have attracted the attention of the other Daedric princes as well. The war between mortal kingdoms is still ravaging your world, but your true enemies are not mortal. If you are to be prepared for the coming conflicts, you must fully comprehend what is at stake. You must live among those you make war upon. When you return to Tamriel, go to the place you call the Harborage. My gift awaits you there. It will allow you to travel to other lands and hide your true nature from those who would see you as a foe. I have no more desire to keep you here than you had to remain in Cold Harbor. I shall return you to your little den in the wild. Your surviving companions await you there. Are you prepared to leave?
What happened? How did we get here? I remember being overwhelmed, but then I...
Right, sorry about that. I called in a bit of help to pull you out of there. I do hope I didn't overstep my bounds.
Snow Lily,
I know, Sai. It's over. It's all over.
Well then, happy endings all round. Smashing. Who's got the brandy?
Wait, where is Tharn? Did he survive?
He vanished. Ran off, I think. And he took the amulet you chaps found with him.
You're not going to get all weepy with me, are you? I mean, I've got that stoic reputation to maintain. What now? For you, it seems there's more to do. For us, we've seen too much, my friend. Been through too much. I think it's time for us to go. Sai and I talked about it a few days ago. What would happen if we both survived? I'd like to go back to the Abbey of Blades with him and help them rebuild. It's not as though I'm dropping off the face of Tamriel. And if not, well, I'm sure there's a seat for you in Sovngarde. If you get there first, save me a cold mug of mead.
On. Let him return to his Imperial city. He played his role, and that is enough. Grudges are like poison to the spirit. But perhaps, once the Abbey of Blades has been rebuilt... So, this is where our roads diverge. I have never been content to remain in one place for too long. It is not my nature. Eventually I am overcome by the need to endanger myself. Between comfort and adventure, I always choose adventure. It has been a singular honor, Vestige. Although I suppose that name is no longer appropriate, is it? Varen would be proud of you. I know we are.
Don't toddle off just yet. Might I have a word? I take it you ran into Lady Meridia. Lovely woman, charming. We get on famously. While you lot were having yourselves an epic row, I gave her a shout, asked if she'd be willing to help us out if things went badly. Trick of it was the timing. With every blow to that Daedric windbag, you freed hundreds of souls. She was able to catch yours before it wandered off. Jolly good trick, that. This is delightful. World saved, heroes gone their separate ways, and this knight has a new mistress to serve. Bravo! Couldn't be happier. Smashing. Truly. I'm positively chuffed things have gone so well. To be completely honest, I didn't think we had a ghost of a chance. But then, if we went up against overwhelming odds, we wouldn't be heroes, would we? You know, that Varen fellow was always a good chap, even if he did muck things up at the start. And he did put things right in the end. He's still with you, you know, a part of you, really. And perhaps he can continue to serve the land and the people that he gave his life to save through you. That's all well and done then. There's just one bit of business left. Still itching for more adventure? Smashing. Have you ever wondered what would have happened if you'd woken up somewhere else? Washed up on a different beach? My new mistress provided me with the means to help you if you're up for the challenge. Touch Meridia's light and see the world through the eyes of your former enemies. But, fair warning, you will no longer be seen as a great champion. Even familiar faces will see you as a soulless drifter lost in an unfamiliar land. What say you?